everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Witchin Kitchen. I'm your host, Justina Carubia, and today it's a little bit of a gloomy day in New Jersey. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little sluggish today, but I really wanted to use the rest of the strawberries in my fridge because they're not going bad yet, but they are getting very soft, and I think they're almost toward their expiration. We picked them this past Saturday. You can watch the strawberry picking vlog right here we did for the strawberry moon at Alstede Farms in Chester, New Jersey. It was a gorgeous day. We had so much fun and we picked a lot of strawberries. I originally wanted to make strawberry wine, but then I was looking more into the recipe and that shit takes like 3 months, and I'm impatient. I don't have the time to let shit just sit there. I'd rather just go buy it at the store and then add my own strawberries to it. I know it's not strawberry wine, it's not fermented in the strawberries, but you know, sometimes life hacks, you know? So I'm going to use the strawberries today instead to do a cool fruit leather recipe. So let's take a look at my Pinterest page right over here, shall we? So if you guys aren't following me on Pinterest yet, definitely make sure you check that out because I have a lot of my cute little witchy boards on here. Got a practical magic board on here, but we're gonna look for my homemade strawberry fruit roll-ups, and you only need 3 ingredients. So it looks very easy, and this recipe is by 15 Spatulas. So you can take it right to her site, and here's a little video you can click and it'll show you how to make it. So I'm going to try this recipe right now. So thank you, Joanne from 15 Spatulas. Let's get started, shall we? The first thing we're going to do is preheat our oven to 170 degrees. Now I know you're probably thinking that's really low temperature. Is this thing going to cook? Well, we're not trying to cook our mixture. We want to dehydrate it. So it's going to cook very, very slowly over the course of 3 hours, and it's going to dry it out and take all the moisture out of the fruit. So here's our beautiful strawberries. They still look like they have a lot of life to them, but there's some of them that are definitely on their way out, like this one right here. So we want to puree this up before it goes completely bad. We're going to start off by pureeing our strawberries in our blender. Before we puree them, we have to take these tricky little stems off though. So I didn't know this, but it's called hulling the strawberries to take the green tops off of them. You learn something new every day. So here's the funny little butterfly one that Avi found when we were strawberry picking. It's so cute, but I gotta cut it up. Sorry. Okay, so now we're going to get these strawberries in my blender and we're going to puree them until it's a smooth mixture and no strawberry chunks. Okay, so now we're going to set this lid on tight and we're going to puree this right up. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure there's no chunks. We don't want a chunky fruit roll-up. Alright, so that looks pretty good. So before I set that on the medium heat, I'm gonna juice a whole lemon. I think I'm only gonna use a tablespoon or 2. The recipe that she used was 1 tablespoon, but she also used only 1 cup of strawberries, and I think I have about 2 or 3 cups of strawberries, so I might use a little more lemon juice than she did. So now that your strawberries are pureed, place your contents in a saucepan and add a bit of your lemon juice. You also want to go ahead and add your sugar now. You want to add about 3 tablespoons per every 1 cup of strawberries. Give that a stir and then place that on medium to low heat until your mixture starts to thicken. Okay, so I'm going to just stir this for about 10 to 15 minutes until all the moisture comes out of my mixture and it's thick and syrupy and kind of more like a jam.
Strawberry!
So while that's starting to heat up, I'm going to get out my baking sheet and line it with parchment paper. So here is our parchment paper on our baking sheet. And then our mixture looks like it is starting to bubble a little bit. So we're gonna give it a good stir. We're gonna keep stirring this until it starts to thicken. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the lemon juice is used for. I'm guessing it's used to help preserve the fruit leather once it's cooked. And then the sugar is obviously to sweeten. So this looks like it's starting to bubble a little bit, starting to thicken. I'm just gonna keep stirring this for the next 10 to 15 minutes. So you guys can go, grab a cup of tea or read a book, read a Lord of the Rings trilogy, because I'm stirring and I'm gonna be stirring for the next 10 minutes. So once this starts to thicken a lot more, I will touch base. How about that? So my mixture was not showing any visible signs of thickening, and I was stirring for a good 10 minutes. So I actually took half of it out. I put half in a bowl right here, and I have the other half in here. So I'm going to do these in increments. So when this batch is done, I'm going to put this on the parchment paper, and then I'm going to cook the next batch until it gets all thick and jammy in consistency. This is a little more difficult than this Joanne chick is making it sound to me. So I think the trick here is definitely doing this in 1 cup increments, because any more than that and it's just too much liquid to condense down. So you definitely want to keep it to 1 cup when you're trying to get this to thicken up. Otherwise, it's just going to be too liquidy and it's just going to keep bubbling over, and it's just very frustrating. This is definitely a little bit of a learning curve, this recipe, but I think once you get it down, it's pretty simple. I'm just going to keep doing this in 1 cup increments. If I can't get to it all today, I have put the remaining portion of my mixture in a little bowl here, so I can just refrigerate that and then heat it up as I want to use it. So you can make it as a snack throughout the week or whatever. This looks like it's starting to get really jammy now. Once most of the liquid has evaporated and your mixture is a gooey consistency, it is time to take it off the heat and spread it on your parchment paper lined baking sheet. Make sure to spread it evenly and get ready to pop it in the oven. Okay, so I have gone ahead and done a second batch and added it to my tray just to fill it out a little bit. I have a third batch going on the stove right now. I'm going to pop that in the oven after I pop this one in the oven. Let's put this in the oven and get this started, because I'm really running low on time. So that's going to stay in the oven for about 3 hours. It's not going to cook. It's just going to dehydrate the fruit and take all the moisture out of it, so it becomes really leathery. And it's like one of those fruit roll-ups that you used to eat when you were a kid, but minus all of the crap and preservatives. So the only preservative that we have in here today is the lemon juice. So no artificial flavoring. It's completely 100% natural, fresh strawberries right from the patch. Watch my vlog right here. And we'll be back in 3 hours, and I will show you guys how my fruit leather came out. So here's my fruit leather. It looks like someone's skin. I'm gonna roll this up and then we're gonna try a piece. here goes nothing, you guys. Ready? Oh yeah. And leathery it is. I think I just broke it too. It might be a little too leathery to eat rolled up like this, so you might want to actually just tear little bits of it off and then eat in slivers. There's our strawberry fruit leather, made fresh from strawberries right from Alstede Farms in Chester, New Jersey. Again, you can go watch the vlog where we pick those strawberries right up here in the info cards. And I hope you have a wonderful and magical day. Go make yourself some fruit leather, guys. Thank you to Pinterest and to 15 Spatulas. Hope you have a magical day. Don't forget to check me out on my Instagram page at Bohemian Magic Studios, and don't forget to visit me on my little home on the web, www.bohemianmagicstudios.com, for more tips and tricks on how to live a magical life. Bye guys, I will see you next time. Mwah.